Welcome to Kayfabe Only Brother, the internet's premier wrestling audio show.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a Survivor Series special of Kayfabe Only Brother. We will be talking about Survivor Series while it's fresh in our minds. You guys want to start with the main event?
Yes. Can we start with the main event only because what the fuck?
You don't like that? You don't like that, Adam?
I mean, if you want to start with the main event, we start with the main event. I don't know.
We need to start with the main event.
We have to start. Just to give everyone a glimpse, because I'm going to edit this tomorrow after I get out of work, so it's not going to be up until tomorrow.
Ooh, insider information.
A little insider information here. We're recording this. It is 11 o'clock, a half an hour after the main event of Survivor Series just ended.
11 to be exact, to make a wish, boys.
No, you're still here.
I got my wish. I won my title tonight.
So we are 41 minutes into Vince McMahon's viewing of this week's Westworld.
Before we get to the main event, I really just want to. I really appreciate the fact that they were going to go 4 hours and it only went 3.5. Normally they say 4 hours and it goes 4.5. It did keep me from viewing the first match of the night, but besides that, it really worked out because now I get to watch this crazy football game that's happening on television. So the main event, I don't know if any of us picked that. Did we?
I did not pick that.
Chris, Adam?
The odds makers didn't pick that. None of us picked that. Children didn't pick that. Adults didn't pick that.
Shirtless children in the front row
didn't pick that.
Yeah, let's go
Kanye
in
West
reverse order.
Rant about that.
So the first thing we need to talk about is Goldberg's shirtless child in the ring.
Yeah,
we're really going in reverse order here.
Wait, are we doing this like a Tarantino movie? Yeah. Did he have his shirt off the whole time, or did he rip it off when his dad?
Oh no! He took it off when he got him in the ring.
He was.
At what point of this episode does John Travolta get shot?
He probably shot himself. He's probably very confused.
So we talked about the Goldberg Lesnar match from WrestleMania 20 2 weeks ago, and they I guess they learned their lesson because that was 100,000 times better.
5 minutes?
2.5.
2.5 minutes, and it probably had 25 times more action than the other match.
Do we have a?
I really like what happened. I'm still shocked that it happened because I didn't think there was a chance that it was going to happen at all. But I love it. Goldberg is Brock Lesnar's kryptonite.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot. Brock Lesnar is an unstoppable force, except for Bill Goldberg.
Except for 50-year-old accountants.
when Lesnar came out for the main event, he I honestly thought this to myself. If you guys were on here, I'd say it to you. He just looked angry. He looked like they were in the back, and Goldberg just decided he wasn't gonna lose the match, and he just looked like angry about the decision. Maybe I was right. I don't know. Eventually, we'll find out the background to it. I'm sure, but it's a crazy decision.
I like Adam's theory where, because I've heard it from other people too, that Goldberg injured himself while training, and then Vince called.
No, he actually hurt himself last week on Raw. Apparently, really? He hurt his shoulder last week on Raw throwing around Independence, and that might have tied into.
There's no reason he needed to treat Gary Johnson that way.
Is Goldberg the strongest kayfabe wrestler of all time?
Now he might be.
He had 170-something wins.
The Big Show pulled down the Titantron.
King Kong Bundy counted to 5.
I don't know if Big Show has as many wins in his career than Goldberg did in his original streak.
Goldberg had a 170-plus streak, and then he just beat Brock Lesnar, who has been destroying everybody for the last year and a half.
He destroyed Hollywood Hogan.
Has Triple H beaten Goldberg twice?
Triple H beat Goldberg multiple times.
But he's lost to Goldberg.
He did lose to Goldberg because Goldberg won the title from him.
Deleted. He's out.
I guess
Goldberg is the strongest kayfabe wrestler of all time. Stronger than Hulk Hogan, stronger than Andre the Giant, stronger than James Ellsworth, everybody.
Andre the Giant only has, what, one professional loss?
James Ellsworth only has
beating
one.
Brock Lesnar.
So, real quick, just because we haven't talked about it, in case anybody hasn't watched it, Goldberg, the match starts, Lesnar pushes Goldberg to the corner, Goldberg then hits 2 spears and a jackhammer. That's the match. So, doesn't it seem to make everybody else on the roster weaker?
It fucked up my sheet
Absolutely.
almost.
Like John Cena got destroyed by Brock Lesnar.
Even Roman Reigns, who hung in with him. I mean, didn't really hang in with him. He took his punishment and stuck around. He couldn't do half.
Randy
of what
Orton got destroyed by Brock Lesnar too. What was that? 2 months ago?
Randy Orton got ruined.
He broke his fucking head open. And now Goldberg is a retired wrestler who comes in here and beats him in 2.5 minutes.
Who's last, man?
So I
love it though. I love that the two of them have agreed that every time they wrestle, it's going to be a short, terrible match where Goldberg wins immediately, and then everybody goes home.
I agree with what I started earlier with that. Adam brought up that Goldberg's hurt, and they're like, we can't cancel this fucking main event. We have a 4-hour show on here. We're paying you millions of dollars to show up. What can we do to just push this down the line? Are you capable of 2 spears and a jackhammer? Meh. All right, well, let's go run out there with that.
How much do you guys think Goldberg made in that match?
$1 million.
No chance. He made a couple $100,000.
So he probably made a good $250,000 a minute.
I was going to say he probably made $100,000. He probably made $1,000 a minute.
I think between that and WWE in 2K17, I bet he's made $1 million since he's returned.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Where do you guys,
he got on the press tour.
Where do you guys think it goes from here, though? Do you think there's
I think
an
you
angle
have to
to
have a
it?
third match, or else you've just thrown out 4 years of this.
It's not a
Lesnar
rubber
gimmick.
match. Goldberg won both matches. It's not.
But at least Lesnar could walk away saying he beat Goldberg. He's never not beaten anybody ever.
I'd like this to drag out. I'd like this to the day Lesnar's ready to retire, Goldberg comes out with a walker and insists that he could still beat him, and then Goldberg finally loses.
Because you got to remember,
and Lesnar could happily retire.
Lesnar is the man who ended the streak. You know that even takes away some of that validation.
Well, that's why part of my thinking to this was that the Undertaker is going to come and beat Goldberg now, because now the Undertaker's back.
I can't stomach.
Now, if the Undertaker beats Goldberg and Goldberg beats Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar beats the Undertaker, they are now rock, paper, and scissors.
Rock
none of them are The Rock.
Yeah,
none of them are The Rock.
I don't know. I think this is the best decision they could have made. Now looking back on it, I really enjoyed what they did, and they finally made it feel like anything could happen in a main event. It felt that way last year with the John Cena one, and then this time I don't think they've ever done a main event this short before. Vince has even come out and said
the pay-per-view ended a half hour early.
Doesn't like it.
That's what shocked me. That's what shocked me the most. The pay-per-view ended a half hour early, and now it's oh wow,
it's still longer than the average pay-per-view.
I'd like to go back and change my one of my jobbers on my Ultimate Jobber Survivor Series team and put Brock Lesnar on my team. Is that allowed?
Here's how I wish it had ended differently. Match results as is, and then Goldberg brings his shirtless kid to the ring, and Lesnar comes out and beats the fuck out of a 10-year-old. Just brings a little.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Brings a child to Suplex City repeatedly.
Oh, who wins in a fight, Paul Heyman or Brock Lesnar's son?
Heyman.
Brock Lesnar's. I mean,
Goldberg's son.
Goldberg's son did not look.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
That ring. And I don't know if Goldberg made him take his shirt off because that's weird. He threw a shirtless
kid and just rolled him in the ring like he was a piece of meat. It was awesome.
Did he give him back to his mother before he walked away, or is that kid still in the ring?
No, he gave him back.
Okay.
Our Instagram followers are
he got scared
discussing this right now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
What do those bots and weirdos have to say?
Just one Mito said Goldberg destroyed Lesnar again with the moon and a crying face. GIU. I went to the restroom to pee real quick, came back, and Goldberg won. Bill's CT said it's what needed to happen.
I would like to note that of those two people who had commented on their Instagram post, one of them was of the Muslim religion, and then the other was of the Jewish religion. So I think that's great that we're bringing people together.
Kayfabe only, bringing people together, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
so
they don't. Yeah, go on.
I feel like that was an unnecessary thing.
Since we're moving backwards,
Yeah.
It kind of felt like they were building
CJ's
towards.
really making us move backwards.
No, we're moving forward together. It kind of felt like they were building towards Shane and Brock at WrestleMania, and since
Absolutely.
Shane McMahon died in the ring tonight, and Brock Lesnar lost, do you think the plan is still there for that?
No, I don't. I think we're getting a Lesnar Goldberg 3 at WrestleMania or Rumble.
I think it.
I find it weird that I get it ended a half an hour early and they booked it for an extra hour. Blah blah blah. Nobody came out. Nobody did nothing. Like
No Taker.
no Taker, no Rock, no Joe, no Nakamura, no Ellsworth.
That the Rock was there.
Ellsworth made his mark, man.
He did. That was
in a great
move.
moment.
Also, how did we bring up Shane McMahon and not everybody say what the fuck happened to him? I'm pretty sure he got a concussion on Impact.
So if we're gonna go back to the
No, he did.
main event
We're
before,
gonna keep Tarantinoing this. We're going back to one match.
going backwards, I like the way we're doing this. The Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Team SmackDown ended up winning, and their survivors. I don't think anyone would have guessed this either. Bray and
Nope.
On
Bray
that
and
scorecard,
Randy Orton.
I had Ambrose.
I had Ambrose going out first.
Have they booked Bray Wyatt this way just so they could shock us at Survivor Series in 2016?
Bray Wyatt now has, I think, 4 pinfalls over Roman Reigns. I don't think anybody else has more than 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt.
I
He's the
really
hero we
enjoyed
need.
that Bray Wyatt. They're tricking me into thinking Bray Wyatt's finally getting a push again. I love it. I love they always do this to me, but I know goddamn right he's not getting his push. He never does. I get my hopes up. I get excited. I buy the Wyatt family T-shirt, and then boom.
You buy Wyatt family T-shirts?
Oh no, I haven't.
Are you one of our Instagram followers?
I'm trying to
You
make that
weirdo.
story a little bit more believable.
I think that he's got a shot this time with the Orton and the Luke Harper, who I repeatedly said, man, I really like Luke Harper as a wrestler. He's an enjoyable guy to watch wrestle.
I think the way they ended the match, where Randy Orton ends up taking the spear
Yeah.
for Wyatt, and then
that was a good friendship move.
That was a
it was a good friendship move, and it really solidifies, like, for a while. Oh my God, the Redskins are Redskins.
I think they were kind of aiming towards the Luke is kind of trusting him more because he wasn't staring at him at the end of the match when they were doing their poses.
Also, while
he
we're on
proved
the
himself.
talks of friendship, how about Kevin Owens destroying Chris Jericho's list?
That was
to
pretty
protect
good.
him, but to
No,
protect
that's
him.
gonna
That's
come
gonna
back.
come back and bite him in the ass.
Because if you saw how angry Jericho was,
But it's
I
gonna
think-
help. It's gonna help us from the viewer standpoint because we're gonna get Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho.
I think that's going to be the Royal Rumble title match for Raw, because I don't think Jericho needs to be in. Oh my God, I don't think Jericho needs to be in the Royal Rumble because I don't think he's going to have a chance of winning.
Jericho.
But I apologize for watching this game and reacting to it while we're talking about it.
How about Randy Orton running over to Shane's kid after his brain got scrambled?
Saw that, and that made me
was a
super
good move.
worried.
It was a good
And
move.
he also
Tapped him.
followed him up the ramp
Yeah.
while they were taking him out.
So Shane McMahon spent most of that match laying on the side of the ring.
Yes.
To begin
Shane
with.
McMahon was in no shape to be wrestling.
He looked 5 minutes into that match. He looked blown up. He did not look.
He was
He
breathing
was wobbly.
heavy as hell.
He was sweaty and wobbly. He's always sweaty, but he
Yeah,
was wobbly and tired. And
He was well aware of the fact that his life is going to be put in the hands of a Roman Reigns spear. And I was like, I've seen wrestling. I know what this guy isn't capable of.
it looked entertaining. I enjoyed it. I would not want to be anything on Shane McMahon neck up tomorrow morning.
So I think we got exactly what we expected out of Shane. That's one thing we can say about this pay-per-view. We knew we were getting a big spot from him.
I did call. We got 2 big spots.
We did get 2 big spots from him. I knew we were going to get one for sure. I did not think that he was going to put his life in jeopardy in front of his children like that.
Well, he does it.
He does it every fucking time. What do you
Okay.
mean? Oh, he jumped off the fucking Hell in a Cell in front of his
As soon as Reigns was in the corner and there was nothing in front of his face,
Yep.
I knew he was going to get up and spear him, because Shane only does that move where he can hit like something like the chair or the garbage can, or like there has to be something there. So as soon as there wasn't anything there, I was like, oh, this is the end of Shane.
Reigns waited a good 3 seconds too long to do that spear. He waited to the
Shane
last
almost
pop.
landed
By the way,
completely.
you guys think Roman Reigns is going to get buried now?
I hope so.
Killing
He's
Shane
fighting
McMahon?
for the time.
I hope
You
so.
don't kill a McMahon. Only Vince kills a McMahon.
Even on the slow motion,
Wait,
the
which
way
one?
Shane's head hit the mat, it's still
bounced.
fast. It's still
It
fast.
bounced.
It's still fast in slow motion.
How do you guys
it
feel?
was not good.
What? So
Charlotte.
do you think he
Charlotte
broke
took
his ribs?
earlier in the pay-per-view.
Do you think Shane broke ribs? Is that why he was unable to take a pinfall?
He looked pretty glassy-eyed. They
Or do you
cut
think
to him.
or do you think he completely blacked out, had no idea what spot he was
Did you-
coming from?
I mean,
I don't think he knew what he was doing.
I think his head hit that mat and he went into an instant concussion where he
Did
blacked
you
out.
see
and forgot what happened.
I think he heard Will Smith yelling, "Tell the truth," over and
Did
over
you see
again. in
the
his
game
head.
on Thursday where Kuechly got concussed and he just couldn't breathe and
He's crying.
his whole body just died. It was the exact same thing. His whole body just shut down.
That's why he kicked out, because his eyes opened up. He was laying on the back, and he kicked out out of reaction.
Because Shane will max lots of things, but he ain't no quitter.
Wait, did I just set up DMX?
Did you get? I don't know if I really enjoyed the match. It was real long. It was fine, I guess. There were
I
moments.
liked that match quite a bit.
I don't think I'll ever want to go back and rewatch it though.
That Survivor Series match? It was
Some of it
alright.
didn't make sense. Some made sense.
You got your Shield reunion, you won it. You got the Wyatt family. I really thought Gallows and Anderson were going to come and help Styles at one point.
Hold on, you're breaking up, bud. What's happening?
You, Adam.
You, Adam.
Oh, I don't understand why. They were there. They were backstage. They should have helped their friend.
Gallows and Anderson, right?
Yeah,
you
help, and they should have came out and helped the Nature Hoop. That's
So
it.
Dean Ambrose interfered after he was eliminated first.
Which is
And
fantastic. Fuck that man.
yeah, well, Dean Ambrose ruins everything because then
He's
he
the
came
worst.
out and beat up AJ Styles. They made Styles look real strong in this match, by the way.
I'm so
They
happy.
made him look like
Styles
the
is-
best wrestler in the world.
I'm
Styles
so
is
happy
the
we
best
got
wrestler in the
Styles
world right
Rollins
now.
working together, and we got some good shit from them, albeit however short it was.
I really enjoy when Rollins and Cesaro does this too. Sometimes he did it in the match they had tonight too, where they just get super powered and
Yep.
just start running around like crazy, hitting people with ridiculous moves.
Yep, that was fantastic. They both did it tonight, and I'm like, fuck, Rollins is really good, and Styles is really good, and they're on different brands.
Yeah, that's what makes the
They'll be
brand
together
special.
eventually.
That
It makes it special.
and that's what I
They
said to
both
a
got
younger man
years
today.
together.
One day we'll get a great match from the two of them, and this is just
Oh.
building anticipation.
Yeah. Are we going to
So-
move to the next match, or are we
So I don't know. Was there anything from the
Strowman looked strong, and they
Braun Strowman
Oh.
looked great? James Ellsworth had a great moment. They
That was a great
used
moment.
him.
I got to be
They
very
used him
honest
pretty
with you
great,
guys.
too.
You guys can say what you want about Braun Strowman. He's been much better every time I see him wrestle.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
enjoyed it
I
tonight,
understand
and
he was in the ring with 9 of the best wrestlers in both brands,
But this
but
always
still, he
this
was
always
much
happens
better.
with big guys. Once they lose,
there's not,
there's nothing to it
yeah.
anymore.
even someone as fantastic as
Yeah, but he
as
hasn't
Rusev.
lost. He hasn't
They-
lost head up. He got
they
counted
want
out.
to make this real interesting. They give me at Royal Rumble Strowman versus Goldberg.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Strowman versus Nia Jax.
I mean, can we talk about how Luke Harper and Ellsworth were just hanging out under the ring together?
Yeah, why else?
Oh,
where
they
else
had
would
to
you
be
hang
playing
out?
cards. I wish I had one of their phone numbers. I want to know if they were playing cards underneath the ring, because they were both hanging out
That's
there
the
all
question
night.
you asked
Correct?
one of them.
So,
Yeah. First question I asked right now. Were
So
you
I-
guys playing cards with the flashlight underneath the ring?
I think Hornswoggle was their dealer. So I asked this for the Lesnar Goldberg match. I might as well ask this for him. What do you think we get out of this match? What storylines come out of this?
Oh, I bet
Why
you
it
Dean
gets
Ambrose
put-
fights AJ Styles for the title at TLC.
That's announced. I
know
hate
that.
you. But that's
Yeah.
announced. And then the Roadblock main event is announced, but it's Reigns and Owens. But Jericho's got to have something to do with that now. The list is broken, right?
But I think the list broken is going to be a slow. They're going to start fighting, and over the next month and a half, they're going to fight a lot, and that'll lead into January,
Do you
where
think
they're going to
anything?
the Royal
Jericho
What do we
recently
think-
said. Jericho recently said that he's on a month-to-month lease at this point. He's not. He's signing a month-to-month contract instead of 4 months at a time from now on.
What do you think becomes of Bray? Do you think he has a
Bray's
chance to win the
probably
Rumble?
going to start getting a push.
Against
He
who, though?
might have a
Where's-
chance to win a Rumble. I still think that Finn Balor's the pick to win the Rumble right now.
Yeah, I agree, but you don't.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bray did it. If Bray doesn't do it, he'll get there. I think Bray's getting his push this year. It's about time. And I think that's why they brought Randy Orton in to help him. I think that had a lot to do with it.
CJ, final thoughts on that match?
As in where we're going, or just a general oversight?
Where we're going, or thoughts, whatever.
I mean, you guys covered, where I think we're going. I don't know where we go with Wyatt from here, but I feel like this is, the first positive thing that we've seen from it in a pay-per-view in a very, very long time. But
That's not true. What about the last pay-per-view?
I don't remember what happened. Oh, Orton, yeah, whatever.
He won.
I don't know. This seemed to carry more weight for me than the Orton win. But as far as the match goes, I'm apparently the one who enjoyed it the most.
I thought it was fine.
I enjoyed it.
Fine.
It wasn't my favorite match of the night.
I thought it was boring at points, and then at other points it was very intriguing.
It slowed
wasn't my
down
favorite match
after
tonight.
that.
I liked it a lot.
That first Shane spot. But then, I mean, I the only thing I was really hoping for was some decent work from Styles and Rollins together, and I got that.
All right, so going back one more, we had right before that. I think was the cruiserweight match.
Yep,
Kalisto
that
versus.
did happen.
So I'm a little bit confused as to what their decision was. It ended up with disqualification
from the
worst
Corbin hit
wrestler.
So the man that got
goddamn
injured and
roster.
couldn't compete on the team.
I think Corbin's
uh,
explanation is the best. He doesn't
What was
want to
it?
see more little people.
That's good. Yeah, I like it.
That's why he did it.
That's why.
The match itself was pretty good.
Also, the promo
At least it
before
looked good.
the taped promo Brian Kendrick cut. That was a good fucking promo.
Brian Kendrick's an
It was
excellent
very
wrestler. He always has been.
It's a good fucking
I've personally
promo.
been saying it since, what was that, 2008 when he was the Brian Kendrick and he had a
I'm
big
not sure what his I'm
He's
not
also
sure what his
my
character is.
He's my future brother-in-law.
His character is like a knockoff of the white jacket Brian Kendrick that he was 6 years ago.
He's wearing
Thank you.
space pants and a
4 years
rocker
ago.
jacket, and
4
his
years
finishing move is called the
8
Captain's
years ago.
Hook. Like, is he a space rocker pirate?
That's awesome.
He's a man
That's
from
awesome.
Southern
Write that
California
script.
who
I'll-
believes
you
in
can take my $9 or
reptilians,
however
wears a
much it
purple
costs
leather
to do.
jacket.
He also believed 9/11 was an inside job.
Space Rocker.
He does
Pilot-
believe that.
Space
Rocker Pilot
is so much better than Guardians of the Galaxy already.
Brian Kendrick, if you're listening to this, we would very much like to have you on the air.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll listen to all your nonsense.
And
It's
I
not
would-
nonsense. I'll start believing your stuff.
Oh, I believe anything. If he tells me face to face, looks me in the eyes, and tells me his theories, I will believe it. No doubt about it.
Not only will I believe it, but I'll go run around and try to make everybody else believe it too.
Adam apparently is just like, if you tell me anything and you're looking at me, sure.
Oh, I'm naive as hell.
So,
I
question.
still believe Undertaker and Kane are brothers to me to this day.
They
'cause
are.
look me in the eyes.
Kayfabe only.
They are.
Kayfabe only. They're half brothers, by the way.
Again, that match itself, up until the balding man came in, it was a very, very good match. Kalisto looked better than I've seen him in a very long time. I guess he was
got to
fighting.
wrestle
I
people
don't understand why Corbin is feuding against a man half his size. This is the whole Max Mini versus El Torito argument all over again.
Yeah,
Also-
but I think this is more of a push Kalisto than it is a. I don't know where I was going with that.
Adam brings up.
How
a
would you
super
feel about
important
a-
point?
how would you
what
feel
the
about a
fuck
Baron
is going on
Corbin?
with Corbin's hair?
How'd you feel about a Baron Corbin Max Mini feud right now, this day?
Apparently, that's what they're building towards. They're gonna get smaller and smaller. First, it was Ziggler, and then it's Kalisto, and then it's gonna be El Torito, and then Hornswoggle, and then Max Mini, who I'm not sure is still alive, but whatever.
So I'm confused as to what they're doing because they're going to have this cruiserweight show after SmackDown. So that would mean all the cruiserweights are going to be on SmackDown, and they're also going to be on Raw. Unless there's an empty arena somewhere, they're going to film this cruiserweight.
Empty arena match.
I would like that.
That
Every
would be nice. That would be nice.
To be fair, when the cruiserweights are on Raw, it feels like an empty arena match.
It does.
Max Mini is alive. He's 41 years old.
Sweet.
That is a kayfabe fact.
41 years old, also 41 inches tall.
He's 3'7".
Actually, might be true.
3'7"?
Yeah.
Is he 3'5" with a 10-foot dick?
It's 43 inches. Very close, Paul. Very close.
Oh man, we should have played the Price is Right game without how many inches is Max.
we can do that at the end of the show. I'll go find some small wrestlers.
In case you guys are wondering, the Packers defense is atrocious.
Oh, great! I have them starting in one of my leagues. Anyway,
Oh,
now
no, it's not good.
All right, the match before
let's
that
go
was
down to
the
the tag team match.
Yeah, the tag team match, which was
A clusterfuck.
I enjoyed that clusterfuck.
It was a clusterfuck, but it was as organized as a 10-on-10 match can possibly be.
I don't like that if your partner gets eliminated, you get eliminated, but I completely understand it because there's fucking 10 guys on each team.
That match would literally last for... It would either make everyone look terrible or last for an hour and a half. If it was single elimination.
I get it, but they had an extra half hour in the show, apparently.
I like it better that way. I don't need run over.
I hate to keep harping on the same thing, but
What about Luke Harper?
that match, they gave a ticket to everybody, therefore they should have all been disqualified.
Did you see the ticket? It said Ugo.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I just picture them being
I want to be the
backstage.
first one to say this on the air. Adam has been right since day one, and I'm going to listen to more things he tells me. Breezango is the best, and they will always be the best.
Adam, quick question.
And I don't know why I ever doubted him.
If there was one wrestler on tonight's SmackDown show that you would want to sleep with,
It's not potpourri time.
say it, Adam. Say it.
Fandango. while Tyler Breeze watches.
Fat dong, though.
Probably, man.
I mean, find out, man. Find out.
Well, I like when he was coming out, he did the New Day hip thing, and they all looked at him, and he just gave them yeah, why not? I don't know, whatever.
So how about...
I like that my daughter's live-in boyfriend has a crush on Breezango.
So how about New Day, huh?
I mean, the decision was smart to just clear the ring of a couple people real quick.
Absolutely.
But the fact that your tag team champions lose on a super kick, unless they explain it tomorrow with we didn't care, we're just fun-loving guys.
Super kick party. Young Bucks. Super kick. Super kick. Super kick.
All right.
The Shining Stars lasted longer than New Day. That's not good for the New Day. They didn't look too bad in that match, though.
Who's that?
To be fair, the match was
It's a spot match.
non-title, so we should have seen that coming.
Yeah, no, I actually did see that coming. I thought they were going to...
They were the first ones eliminated, weren't they?
Yep.
He
Who was
second.
Stage
Oh, no,
second.
they were second. They eliminated Breezango.
Yeah.
I really think they had a chance to make the club seem like a big deal by letting the club win things.
I thought that was...
But again, they make the club look awful. Just I guess they beat two teams and they end up looking a little bit stronger, but they just did nothing. Who ended up winning the match? Enzo and Cass and who was the other team?
No, Sheamus.
No, Enzo
and
Cass got eliminated.
Oh, it was just Sheamus.
I mean,
And
they took the opportunity to make one of those tag teams that they needed to make look stronger. And I mean, I guess it was okay that it was Cesaro and Sheamus. They had a little fun nonsense after the match with the boos and yays.
And I think Cesaro put on quite a show.
Cesaro's music is awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's awful.
But Cesaro does that superpower thing that we talked about with Rollins before. He did it a couple times against Sami Zayn in NXT, and it's really a thing that needs to happen more often.
It's so much fun to watch. It's just
Sheamus looked strong too, and it was Sheamus is very underrated in my opinion.
The timing on that bro kick that saved the match for them was spectacular. I really enjoyed the way they set that up.
Sheamus is a good wrestler. I'll never tell you Sheamus is a bad wrestler. I don't want to see him.
I think the
So
problem...
many guys in line above him in my list of people I want to watch.
I think the problem...
Nothing against him. He's a fantastic wrestler.
I think the problems with Sheamus and Cesaro is where you can send out Enzo and Cass or New Day and they can eat up 6-8 minutes before they even step foot in the ring of airtime for you. You're not going to get that from those two guys.
That's not true. Cesaro took a good 35 seconds to take off his suit today.
He did get stuck in the suit.
If that's their gimmick, if that's what they're going to go with every week, Cesaro has a different wardrobe malfunction that causes
He's
him...
the new Eva Marie?
Yeah,
I can't wait for one where Sheamus rips the shirt off on him and then the FCC sues them for millions of dollars.
Well, Sheamus is going to have Cesaro naked by the end of this podcast.
Yes.
He's gonna have him naked by the end of this podcast.
Yeah, that's the joke I just made, Adam.
Well, I was just singing, man. My boy GT, bro.
GT?
Leave me alone. JT.
LBJT?
So same question, I guess. Where you guys think...
Lesbian by Justin Timberlake.
He's got legs that work.
I think where we go from here on this one is your new tag team champions will shortly be Cesaro and Sheamus.
Oh, without a doubt.
Which is nice, though, because they'll have a nice feud with...
New Day's going to break the record, and then Sheamus and Cesaro will beat them right after.
I think they're also setting Usos up to take the SmackDown titles.
Usos look good, man. They look good.
I don't think the Usos are going to hold them for a long time, though. I think
American
Alpha their push.
By the way, American Alpha had moments in that match where they looked like legit stars.
They are legit stars.
They're really destroying them.
Chad Gable maybe and eventually when Kurt Angle comes back and he leads them to be the greatest tag team in the world. That's going to be
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin is very much hurt.
I mean, he's got surgery like 3 months ago. He should be good in like a month or so. I don't know how rotator cuff surgery works, by the way. He's not going to be pitching anytime soon, I'll tell you that.
It makes you add 2 miles per hour to your fastball.
I don't think he got Tommy John. Oh, did he get Tommy John?
No.
What do you mean no? Was Dr. James Andrews involved in his surgery?
Dr. Andrew James was just as good, I hear.
Big game Andrew James?
Big game Andrew James.
I don't like that CJ beat me to that joke.
Can one of us get in real good shape and become a wrestler with the name Tommy John?
No, Bully Madison and who was the other one? We had another name.
Bully Madison and
the gimmick is every month you get hurt every other month, and every other month you come back and you're stronger than before.
Was Joe Madden my manager?
Wait, you're like Doomsday? You're like Doomsday?
Yeah.
Every time you get hurt,
Tommy
you
John
become stronger?
Yep.
He had life Tommy John surgery multiple times.
All right, guys, let's kick into the next match because it's getting late and Daddy's got to go to bed.
My favorite match of the night, by the way.
The match before this was the Miz.
Miz.
Quite possibly my favorite wrestler on the roster currently.
Miz is really doing great work.
It's absurd how much I like
him. They let him keep the title with making Zayn still look strong, or make him stronger than he's looked in a very long time. Maurice is genius. I did not see that coming. I was wondering how they were going to cheat their way into a victory in a new way. And
that was very smart. I like it.
By the way, they said all of Miz's accomplishments that he's got in WWE during that match. But I didn't remember half of I know they happened, but I don't like to give him that much credit.
The most bizarre career of any superstar I can think of.
He also got a lap dance.
I agree. He's officially the greatest real world. Has the greatest post real world career. Of anyone on that
one
show.
of the cast members.
And if you asked me this in 1999, I would have told you it was going to be Tech.
Tech Holmes.
Or what was that crazy guy?
There's a former cast member of the Boston cast who is a Republican congressman and spoke at the DRNC this year.
Yeah, but has he won the Money in the Bank?
He probably has Money in the Bank. He's a Republican.
That's not the same thing.
Is he a WWE World Champion? Is he the current Intercontinental Champion? Is he banging Maurice? Just banging Maurice alone, you win my heart.
No, he's banging one of the girls from Real World San Francisco. I know a lot about the Real World.
Puck would have been a good wrestler.
Puck would have been an awful wrestler.
132 pounds.
He would have pulled out a machete. He would have been hilarious.
Are we talking about the great? Is clearly the guy that would have been the greatest professional wrestler.
Guys, this is not the Real World Only, brother.
Wait, who's the?
We gotta add another
CT.
No, CT would be a good UFC fighter. As a WWE wrestler, you can't just manhandle people like that.
Lost track of the show.
Johnny Bananas would also be a great manager.
Johnny Bananas? Johnny Drama's cartoon character.
No, Johnny Bananas, the guy on the Real World.
Johnny Drama would make a great professional wrestling valet.
He would be the perfect valet.
Every pay-per-view during the Miz match, I lean over to somebody and I say the same thing. I cannot wait for this Coral heel turn.
And do they look at you like you're a weirdo?
Yeah. Who the fuck is Coral? He was on Real World like 12 years ago. You fucking loser.
Is the person you say this to every week your brother?
It's my brother's brother-in-law.
All right, your brother's brother.
Your step-brother-in-law. Back to the match.
How that works.
Yeah, Miz looked real good like usual. Safe but nice.
Sami Zayn looked good but losing like usual.
He sold that leg injury very well. He was limping the entire match. He didn't no sell it at any point.
So
Toronto screw job.
I feel like after this, Sami Zayn again has nowhere to really go unless he sort of inserts himself into, you can't insert yourself into any title picture because Roman and.
I'm kind of hoping that he gets dumped from Raw because Stephanie's mad at him and he gets picked up by SmackDown. That would be the best thing for his career.
Here's what I think you should do. Not jump over to SmackDown, but just show up on SmackDown and literally murder Baron Corbin. That would make me the biggest Sami Zayn fan.
You want to see real-life murder on television?
Yeah, absolutely.
So once.
And then he could become the star of a new Netflix documentary.
Damn it. Puke.
He would be he would be hard to find because if they just had a sketch, it would be very generic.
Yep. That's
true.
What
was before
I would
this
feel so
match?
bad for Seth Rogen on whatever set he'd be on at the moment.
What was before the IC title match?
The women's match.
Right, well,
the first match.
I did not get to
the first match
of the
of
show.
Yep, and the last match of this podcast.
I did
Best
not get
match
to
of the
watch
show.
this wonderful match. Did I miss anything, fellas?
Bailey's
It's
butt.
the worst acting in the world by Natalia and Daniel Bryan, but they do that every
terrible.
Tuesday. They do that every Tuesday, so you could get terrible acting from the two of them on SmackDown Live at 8 o'clock on USA Network Tuesdays.
They how long since the brand split they've built up Nia Jax to be this Braun Strowman-esque woman, and Becky made her tap out in seconds.
Braun Strowman woman, if you will.
Becky disarmed her and she tapped out.
Did
Yes,
Jax
but
take out
before
anybody?
she tapped out, she did some cool things. That double suplex.
She did do a double
Pretty
suplex
cool.
on Bliss and
She manhandled all of them, and she destroyed Naomi outside the ring to the point where Naomi got counted out.
Your girl Bliss.
I'm very big on Nia Jax right now. I'm very happy with where
she's very big on everybody.
You are a vocal supporter of Alexa Bliss, and she didn't have the best match.
she didn't have the worst match. She had some spots.
She just looked very I guess they had her in the ring with Nia Jax quite a bit, and they made her look a little weak.
When she
Who's
ran
that?
up to Nia Jax like
Alexa
she was going to do
Bliss.
something, Nia Jax could literally eat Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Also,
So can I.
Alexa Bliss had a nice move off the top rope. She did. Alexa Bliss had a nice move off the top rope, and she was the
Yeah,
prettiest
but-
one in the ring.
If Mia Jax hate her, at least she'd be satisfied.
I disagree. No, not with Paul, with Grace.
Oh, I wasn't sure
You
if you thought
disagree
she
that
did
she was
do a good job.
She was hands down the best looking girl there.
I disagree.
She's the best looking girl in Toronto because that city's filled with ugly imbeciles.
Whoa, easy there, Charles Barkley of the podcast.
At least he went after San Antonio. Chris goes after Toronto. I don't know the
Really
people of Toronto to
lovely
be
city.
ugly. Yeah. Oh my god.
Isn't
we
Trish
missing-
Stratus from Toronto?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we
That's why she left.
are we missing anything from the show? I guess
He wrestled Harper in the pre-show match.
Oh,
Yeah.
that nonsense. Let me ask you
and
this:
who
where
in
do you
the
think
show?
that nonsense with Nikki Bella's leading? Nikki Bella and Natalia? Or do
Natalia,
you think it's going to
yeah.
turn out to be Charlotte?
Nikki-
Powers that be.
Natalia.
It's most
Really?
likely Natalia, but what if it's Charlotte?
Cross.
What if it was
brand?
Goldberg? Goldberg did it to distract everybody, and he stole the powers.
who do you think gives Goldberg a better match, Brock Lesnar or Nikki Bella?
His
Lesnar.
shirtless son.
Shirtless.
Can you imagine his shirtless son watching him wrestle Nikki Bella, and he just has like a boner through his sweats the whole time?
I can't wait for shirtless son heel turn.
I don't want to think about his son's shirtless boner. So I think
Cut a new part out. It's getting cut out.
no, it's funny.
I'm not allowed to talk about boners?
Yeah,
Once we're on
9-year-old boy
iTunes,
bone.
they can't stop
adolescents
us.
get
I
boners.
said I want to see his boner. Just
We're
like,
not on iTunes yet, and I'm posting this tomorrow.
All right. What if I said it'd be funny if his son was watching him wrestle a woman and he pitched a 10?
That would be hysterical
And
in
then-
the most
You know what?
hilarious
And
You know
then
what?
he got in
You
that
can't
tent,
censor us.
and he had
You
a
can't
boner.
censor us. I'm leaving it all in. All of this is getting left in. You can't censor us.
That's it.
Just
That's
don't-
it.
don't
Screw
say
you,
anything bad
Steven
about Vince
Richards, you
McMahon.
piece of shit. And fuck
Don't say
you,
anything
good
bad about
father.
Vince McMahon, though, because
Fuck you, Molly Holly.
What was Val Venus's name in there?
Val Penis?
Not Val Penis.
No.
Was it? I think it was just Val Venus.
Yeah, I don't think he changed his name. I think
He absolutely had no sleeves once. That whole gimmick.
Yep.
Neither did Bo Buchanan.
They couldn't censor his guns. I'll tell you that.
I like that when you watch our show, and if somebody says Chris Benoit, oh damn it, it's gonna happen. The right to censor beeps us out.
And I don't even know why they do that. That's kind of shitty by them. So still, fuck all you guys. Fuck all 4 of them.
Wait, why?
They didn't change his name. His name was still another, like, they didn't change it. It was too similar to penis.
I mean, that's
No,
just...
it's still Val Venus. What's his name?
They should have at least changed. They should have at least changed the spelling.
To what?
Venus.
Oh.
Oh, like
Never
the actual
occurred to
spelling of Venus?
I was spelling Venus Venis.
Yeah, exactly.
In high school projects.
It's the ludicrous effect.
Yeah, there's only one way to spell the
Oh,
word
it's
ludicrous.
the fabulous effect.
The fabulous.
I spell fabulous Fabolous.
And I say it like that every time I spell it. F-O-B-O-U-L-O-S.
F-O-B-O-L-O-U-S.
Also, ask me how to spell unity.
UNITY.
That's a unity.
Can you guys spell independent?
No.
You guys don't know that song, huh? Okay.
How about beautiful?
Do it.
B-E-A-U-ful.
Wait, can we all spell banana together?
Sure. You want to count it off?
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
We were going to count it off and do it together.
Nah,
This
it's
shit
too late.
is bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
This is the worst
All right,
podcast.
guys.
This is the worst
All right, I think
podcast on
that's
the
the
internet.
note we
So
close on tonight.
that wraps
Wait.
up Survivor.
So
I have
we
one more, I have
really,
one more.
we really did this in Quentin Tarantino order, where instead of starting with the rambling nonsense, we ended with the rambling nonsense.
There you go.
So this is a good job. Congratulations on our first reverse podcast. I'm really proud of that.
Oh my god, it's like that episode of
It's
Seinfeld.
exactly like the episode of Seinfeld. I do wear Timberlands in weddings.
Congratulations to Bill Goldberg for being the strongest kayfabe wrestler of all time.
Not true.
Congratulations, Bill Goldberg. We love you.
Andre
He's
the
stronger
Giant.
one, CJ.
We love him.
Andre the Giant.
Yeah. The Giant wasn't stronger. He died. Goldberg hasn't died.
Goldberg had a 170 plus streak, and then he just took down the Beast.
No. Andre
Andre the
We're
Giant
not
was
going back to
undefeated
this. We're not going back to this.
For decades.
Goldberg? He was also French, so he's disqualified.
So
All right,
we'll
save
be
it for-
we'll be
France
back
is
we'll
in
be
the
back
world.
We'll be back later in the
Jesus.
week.
We'll be back later in the week to discuss NXT Takeover, Raw,
we were
SmackDown,
gonna
and
discuss
we have
that
a
today.
classic
You read our
match.
Instagram page.
Hopefully Vince
Live
Russo
to you.
stops booking WWE main events.
We have a classic match coming up. I think it's going to be Edge, Undertaker for WrestleMania 24, but I don't know. It doesn't feel too relevant this week.
Doesn't, not with Goldberg winning. I think we should do a Goldberg match.
Can I ask
do
a question?
Goldberg?
Can we do Goldberg DDP from Halloween Havoc?
DDP just texted me and said he would love that.
Okay. so that's the match we're gonna do. Goldberg DDT from Halloween DDP from Halloween Havoc. I'm sure there's a DDT in that match. But yeah, Grizz, you want to sign us out, bud?
Wait, time out. Wasn't there a Goldberg DDP Raven triple threat match for the U.S. title?
We could just do Goldberg Raven for the U.S. title.
We'll figure it out, guys. We're gonna do a classic match.
It'll be a
and
Goldberg match.
It'll be posted by Friday night, the latest. So be on the lookout for that.
This will be our first WCW
Also, follow us
classic
on
match.
Instagram. If you have any comments or questions, you could
Stone Cold
DM
Steve
me.
Austin, also the
Facebook
special guest
message
referee.
us, comment on our page. Anything you want, I will respond to you as quickly as possible, which will most likely be really quick because I like having an excuse to be on my phone. So, guys, does anybody have anything they want to say? CJ, you want to say anything before we close out?
Yes. Connecticut, spelled Connect I Cut.
He's right. Okay, CJ, is that your goodbye for the day?
Yeah, sure.
Adam.
Wake up, Roman. The fans see you.
Hey, Paul.
I didn't know we were going to do this, so I really don't have anything.
I was just asking.
Thanks,
Bye.
thanks for the heads up on how to spell Connect I Cut, CJ.
All right, and as usual, I'm the Grizz. Good night, good evening, goodbye. Guys, I think that was a good episode.
I actually think we did a really good job there. CJ, can you send the clip?
Yep.